Let's do a recap of everything that we've gone over so far about making a living and building this business as quickly as possible. I made it really clear at the beginning of this course, there is no secret sauce to build this business, but there is a level of action and work ethic that does. Okay, it's your levels of action and your work ethic that builds this business. It's not just one secret thing that top producers are doing that make them top producers. They're just taking more action and they're working harder. And people really get caught up and think like there's got to be more. Folks, it's all about fundamentals. What does Las Vegas Showtime mean? It means imagine those performers. They're doing the same show 6-7 nights a week. And every time that they put their show on, they deliver it as if it was the first time. Why? Because they already have the show that works and entertains their guests. And they need to deliver it every single show as if it's the first time, because most of the crowd has not seen the show. So the more times they do the show, they don't drop off because they've done it so many times. Think about an Elton John concert. He has one of the most well-known, best shows that exist. How many times has that man sang Piano Man? Every time he does it live in front of a crowd, he does it the same as the first time ever and blows the crowd's mind, because what he has works and he just does it at a peak performance every single time. And that's what we do. It's all about the fundamentals being delivered to merchants that have not heard the pitch before, even if you've done it 1,000 times. It's all about being excited about it. Even if internally you felt a little down or something's going on in your world, it's all about delivering the presentation the same so that everybody has the same opportunity and can appreciate the performance and have an opportunity to sign up and save a bunch of money. Okay, so what are the fundamentals? We'll do them again. All out massive action. Are you talking to the most amount of people that you can? Are you really putting in the hours? Are you separating production from activity? Don't get caught up in activity during production hours. All out massive action is how you build this quickly. Are you putting it all on the line? Treat this like a job until it's a business. When you have a job and they have you scheduled for 40 hours a week, you don't determine when you feel like it and when you don't feel like it. And when you're brand new in this business, it is a job. You need to treat it like a job. Set the hours, 8 to 6, 9 to 5, whatever works for you, Monday through Friday, maybe even Saturdays. Put in some overtime. And if you treat it like a job, then it will turn into a business. Again, if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. You're not going to get anything out of it. Consistency. Are you consistently putting in the work? Are you consistent with your pitch? Are you consistent with keeping your energy at a high level and doing that performance and the presentation at the maximum level so that that merchant gets the best version of you and the best version of the pitch to make a good decision for themselves by signing up and doing this with you? And of course, all the common objections lead to, here, let me show you. Are you doing this at every single pitch, at every single door? The big domino. Are you listening enough for the merchant to tell you their biggest concern? Most merchants, there's one big thing that is their main concern. And that's what you want to focus on when they give you that big domino. If they tell you their concern is they've been burned in leases and how do I know that I'm not going to get locked into something, don't start telling them about customer service and how low our hold time is and all these other things. Focus on the big domino that they told you is the most important. And when you push over the big domino, the small dominoes fall with it. Logical rebuttals. Are you making doing business with you logical? Can you take their most common objections and give them a rebuttal that makes it so logical that their objections maybe are outdated, or maybe they're based on past fears because of past experiences, but doing business with you makes sense because you can break it down logically. We're not asking for long-term commitments. Just ask them to try it for 30 days. Don't worry about how long they do it. Literally remind them, we're just asking that you test drive this because we know if you do, you're going to be a very happy camper, just like all of our merchants that are in our testimonial library. Just give it a shot. You will not be calling and asking for your bill back. Are you set up as a sole proprietor or are you incorporated? Right after asking them to test drive it and reminding them that it's risk-free, you're not going to ask for your bill back. Immediately go into your bridge to close. Are you sole proprietor or are you incorporated? Push them a little bit to making the good decision, especially when you have that momentum on your side and you just reminded them this is such a no-brainer. There's nothing to lose. I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm just asking you to test drive this because I know if you do, you are going to be happy, just like every one of our merchants that are in a testimonial library, and you are not going to call and ask for your bill back. Boom, go to the bridge to close. Are you incorporated or are you sole proprietor? Because I know you've already got that app out and you have the pen in your hand. You can transition right into the close after softening the blow and inviting them to do business with you by metaphorically sticking your hand out for a handshake. That's what you're doing when you say, are you incorporated or sole proprietor? If they answer that question, they just metaphorically shook your hand and are going to do business with you. And after they do business with you, we highly encourage self-installs because self-installs lead to referrals. Now you can start getting some leverage on your side once you lay the foundation in your business. Now you can get some free deals that don't require all the rejection. That comes from self-installs. And self-installs are also critical because activations mean everything. When you do a self-install, you know for sure this thing's going to be activated. And this is how you do the business, folks. There is no other secret sauce. It takes hard work. It takes dedication. It takes mastering these fundamentals and executing them flawlessly over and over and over again like a Las Vegas or an Elton John concert. I know you've done a lot of pitches. I know you're getting the same stuff. I know it can get old sometimes, but stay excited knowing that this is what's building your future.